Boom. All right. How's everybody? We're live. February 7th, 8 o'clock. Almost on the dot. Almost on the dot. I don't know where the boys are. So you guys are good. Oh, that's not good. Little technical difficulty. What's going on with the lighting? It's terrible. Something's happening. I don't know what it is. Recovering. What are you recovering from, Keith? Anyway, I'm a professional. I can handle this, right? By myself. Oh, who knows? Anyway, how is everybody? It's February. We are a 12th of the way through the year already. Can you believe it? Hey, Eileen's in the house. Whoop whoop. Oh, that's right, Keith. I think you told me about that. How's it going? We're gonna do a little thing a little differently. Not really a little differently. We do everything the same. But I'm gonna run the mental floss while the boys aren't here. And I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I'm actually gonna run two different videos because it pertains to hey Rich. Hey Rich, what's happening? It pertains to something that happened to me uh, last week I guess it's over a week now. Yeah, yeah, a week and a half ago while I was down at MTE. So let me run the mental floss, and then we can kind of talk about it a little bit. All right, so let's get that started. Do. If Eileen was here, she would have been able to tell me exactly how to do what I want to do, but I can't. So anyway, that's this is the one. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause it halfway through the video so that you guys actually get a chance to read what is written on the note, or I'll read it for those listening at home. Hold on, I still want you. Dear person reading this, the world is a better place with you in it. You are enough. Come back, I still need you. Let me take your hand, I'll make you right. I swear to love. That's the first one. Boop. And now let me share the second one.
One day I'm going to be somebody, and you'll know when I'll definitely find.
Please look at my face. You're somebody now. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the game. I was somebody long before people knew who I was, and I believed that. You're somebody now, Atisha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know one.
Okay, so those two mental flosses. They spoke to me, and when I got home from MTE and I saw those two videos, it reminded me of an encounter that I had down at MTE, where I got to meet somebody, and sometimes you can just tell. You can just tell. Sometimes somebody needs a hug. You can see that the world is on their shoulders. You can see that they can kind of sometimes feel. You can just, I don't know. It's weird. You can just kind of see that they just maybe need a hug and maybe need to know that they're not alone in the universe. And and I had the unbelievable pleasure of meeting someone like that down at MTE, and I think that we had a real human connection. And then I got to sit back and watch that person have another interaction with another complete stranger, and it was beautiful to watch because you could see that these two people that randomly met connected on a personal level, and that they were able to share a story, and they both walked away from that encounter better than when they were better after they met. Um, uh, They after the encounter, they both had a better experience. Like life was just a brighter place that day, and it was really awesome to see. And then when I got home and I saw that those two videos, I was like, "That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You matter. People listening to this show, you matter. People not listening to the show, you matter." And I think that, the deeper and deeper that we get into the world and the politics and the identity politics, I think we start to forget that we're all human. I was an English major in college, and um and I really, really did a lot of, Shakespearean stuff. And The Merchant of Venice, it's famous for its speech about, if you prick us, do we not bleed? And it's just basically talking about the universal truth that we are all human, and we all have emotions, and we all have feelings, and we all have opinions, and we all have ideas. And sometimes some voices are louder than others, and it drowns out the softer voices. And in that particular situation, um, I was so excited to talk to Mary. There you go. Yeah, way to go, Rick Smith. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that regardless, and I think that that was what the beauty of Eileen and I being on the show together was. I'm fairly certain that we've come from two different backgrounds, two different ideologies, two different whatever, but none of that mattered. When we get on the corner, we're just hanging out. We're just friends. When we go down to MTE and we're hanging out, it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter how you vote. It doesn't matter about any of those stuff. It matters about a personal connection and eating an incredible meal with someone, at Sicky's Garage, and sharing stories, and sharing an embrace and a hug, and just being a part of being human. All right. I know that my internet just crashed, so I'm using my phone for now until I can get things back up and running. Um, Apologize for that. I tried to invite Israel into the show before I bounced, but Bummer. Can't believe that happened. I'm going to be limited in what I can and can't do. It's all Keith's fault. Yeah, exactly. He is the IT guy. He's back again. So, sorry. But we are experiencing some crazy weather here in the Northeast, and it's like 12 degrees outside, and we have about I don't know, 10 to 12 inches of snow on the ground with about an inch of ice on top of it. So, needless to say, things are kind of crazy outside, and the wind has been blowing like bananas. So who knows what happened? I'm sure the almighty Comcast will have us back up and running in no time. But in the meantime, I do apologize for that, and because of that, I think I've lost Israel. So I don't know. Keev stalling the stream until he can actually get on. Israel, are you out there? Can I? Oh, I don't know if I can access people from my phone. Wait. Oh, wait. There he is. Add to stage. Okay. Good. All right. I was able to do it from my phone.
What's up, dude?
Dude, sorry, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I wish that the internet was working properly and that I wasn't resorting to the bat phone.
Yeah, so I don't know if Keith texted you, but he said he's running late. He was having a dinner that went a little bit longer than expected, so he's going to be joining us a bit later.
Why would you blow up his spot? Oh my gosh, how unprofessional are you? Unbelievable. I would never divulge that secret information that Keev had more important things to do than the show. I would never say that. You did, I didn't. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. It's really hot over here. It was a little bit cold while like MTE was going on, and then for maybe a day or two later. But now we're back in like the high 70s. It's pretty terrible. I was sweating today.
I love Florida. It makes me sweat all the time. It's great. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your stupid Florida. The one
how
time
was the drive back?
Come down to Florida, it drops into the 40s and below. I couldn't believe it.
Listen, during MTEs, we were in the 30s.
Yeah, that was like, we got there on Wednesday, and it was just like, this is really nice. It's like 65, 70 degrees. And my wife, she didn't even want to talk to me. She was like, how, I asked her, what's it like up there? And she's like, it's 12 and I have to shovel snow. She's like, how's the weather down there? And I was like, it's nice. I don't want to talk to you. Goodbye. Click. So, and then it turned brutally cold immediately following that. So, who knows? Can I select people to the show on stage? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay, so you still got all your controls.
I do, but it's all from my phone. So I'm going to need another learning curve. You know how, like, I always say that I'm a Gen Xer with a degree in Boomer. I have no idea how to use technology. But you can see that. Can you see him on the screen? That comment?
Yeah. I see. We got Flint Straight saying hello, everyone.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. I can do it.
Yeah, you still got power.
Boy. Hey, John Weber's in the house. Excellent. You know what? While we got John Weber here, and a few other wonderful people, and we'll talk about this again towards the end of the show, and especially after Keith gets here. But for those of you playing at home that don't know, we are planning a soar and restore, kind of like what we did. I wonder what happens if I do this. Oh, that's exciting. All right. Now it's no longer letterbox, or now it's letter. But yeah. Anyway, we're doing like a soar and restore thing here in New Jersey. The what is it? The 26th and 26th and 27th of March, where you and Keev and Rick Smith and who else? We've invited Christian from BioBombs. He said that he'll attend. We've invited Chelsea. She thinks that she might have a commitment to her son's soccer, but if she doesn't, she will attend. And I reached out to Spittler, and he wants to attend. So I want to say, like, the big day is going to be the 27th, which is a Friday. But
Cool.
anyway, everybody and anybody is invited to come on up to New Jersey, hang out at the warehouse, help us ship Hope. We're going to be boxing everything up and packaging everything up. And then Rick Smith said that he's going to help me load up my my Blackstone flat grill, and we're going to bring it out to the warehouse. And then I'm going to make smash burgers for everybody. We're going to have a good time. We'll drink beers and sodas and whatever else you animals want to drink, and have smash burgers and you know, all the snacky snack stuff, and just have
And
a
then
good
we'll have another Curmudgeon's corner with lots of apple juice.
maybe. Maybe I'm trying to dial back the apple juice as of late. I think I've overindulged myself, and so now I'm going with apple juice light, if you will. At least for the time being, until I get my wits about me, which my wife says I'm half right all the time. Get it?
So Keith says he's in here waiting, so I don't know if you can drop him in here, if you even see him.
Is he there?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I see him at the stage. So
yeah.
Sorry, Keith. I can't. I'm on my phone because my internet crashed.
Your internet crashed, huh?
Yeah, we've had some pretty nasty weather. Oh! I think I'm back. I am back. I'm a real boy again. I gotta get out of this. How do I? I'm just gonna turn this off. Okay. Nope, that didn't work.
I was trying to see that neck beard anyway.
So bananas.
Oh man, he just got here and already started.
There. Okay. Nope.
Aaron's fire. His fire alarm is.
No, it was all backfeed because my phone was. Technically.
We don't need Aaron anymore.
Yeah, we'll just take Aaron off screen, and then we'll shoot episode 1 of the occasional Keev cast. Aaron's our guest.
It happened again.
Look, there's two guys.
Oh no,
there.
there's 2 of them now.
There's 2 Aarons. This is too much.
All right.
Oh, did you get internet back?
Yeah, well, it's flickering in and out. So basically, what you missed, we have a real nasty cold snap going on. There's a lot of snow on everything, and it's been blowing a lot of wind tonight. So who knows what's happening with the internet? It's Comcast.
I watched 4 cars in the driveway today. It was 65 degrees. It's nice.
Yeah, Israel was kind of rubbing that in our face as well.
I listen. I'm going through my own struggles here. It's in the high 70s. I'm sweating again. This is rough stuff.
Yeah, I was complaining to my wife. I was like, this jacket's too warm for this. It's like 55 outside at 8 o'clock. I'm like, this is
BOOHOO. All right.
Oh, I have
What is with
Keev's
my
beverage
camera?
of choice.
This is so stupid.
Is that zero sugar? There
Yep.
you go.
So let's get this thing back on track. We're 20 minutes in, and it's a dumpster fire so far. All right.
Par for the course.
Thank you. All right. So I'd like to welcome Michael.
Eddie in there. Just
What happened?
Gobble,
Great.
gobble.
Now there's 2 Aarons. Yeah, I know. It's not my fault.
you ever like Pete and repeat? It's Jamie and Eddie.
Yeah. But I definitely enjoy them both. Anyway, so thanks, Michael. Thank you, Israel, for coming on the show. Curmudgeon 72. And I also want to say thank you both for the immense support that you've given the Pay It Forward campaign. So, and then, like I said, right before I lost everything, that's what we were talking about. Everybody is invited to come up to West Berlin, New Jersey, March 26th and 27th for the Help Us Ship Hope campaign. And on Friday the 27th, we're going to do a big barbecue on the on the Blackstone, and we were making smash burgers for everybody and anybody that wants it. And I'm sure that if there are some sort of person that doesn't eat meat, we can probably find something that you can eat. But
Aaron
you know.
eats meat, that's for sure.
Sausages, lots of sausages. So anyway, what on earth is snow? Whatever, Cy Lewis. I don't want to hear it. This is a hangout tonight. We're not really going to do deep dives and stuff like that. I'm sure. I figured with the two of you guys on stage, it'll devolve very quickly into car talk and power washers and hoses and whatever. But you know, whatever. Anyway, Keith, let's talk about you for a hot minute. How is the whole transition going to full-time YouTuber? How has that experience treated you so far? You're what, 1 month in?
Yeah, it's doing fine. Everything that I would have normally done after work, I do now during the day when I normally would have worked. So I now have way more time to do stuff. So
yeah,
the house husband duties are now I cook Monday through Friday. So I get all the meals prepared, and the weekends is off time. I don't do anything YouTube or work, anything. My wife's liking it because I'm taking a lot of the burden off of her because she's ultra busy.
Sure. Are you able to come up with like, how hard is it to come up with content as often as you want it to create content?
No, I mean, I already had purchased in December like 3 months worth of my reviews, so I'm set. I'm scheduled out till the end of March right now.
Okay, that's awesome. That's great. End of March.
Videos that's not in the plan, like the Philly trip will be the behind the scenes of the Pay It Forward campaign. Will be a video. And in the March, April, May, there's going to be so many pressure washers hitting the market. It's going to be silly.
Cool. That's awesome.
When you say you have like a backlog of content, like is some of the stuff like already shot and ready, or you just have the products sitting there waiting for you to do the actual videos on them?
I have a lot of products waiting. I'm filmed three or four videos ahead, but I don't get ahead on my editing because I just don't want to I don't want to be burnt out. So I just keep it a normal pace, and 3 videos a week is probably not going to happen because that's just a pace that once you start 3, you can't stop.
So yeah. And then if something new doesn't come out every other week, then you're kind of boned.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is if I, schedule out, I have like a couple whiteboards, 1 month whiteboards on the wall that I plan out, but then all of a sudden active reel reach out and say, hey, I have a hose reel do you want to review it? And then I have to add that into the mix. And then, stuff gets added, taken away. Sometimes I combine 2 videos into one just to get going because the products have just been sitting there for 2 months.
What's your feeling on shorts?
I hate them.
Yeah.
I won't do them.
Why not?
I don't care what Ivan says. I'm not going to do them because it's not me. It's not content that I want to make. What he does. But like, so I don't want to do like an advertisement, teaser, trailer, commercial to go to my long form because people who watch shorts don't watch long form.
Really?
Yeah, because they're scrolling. They don't want to switch and go to the long form video. They just want to keep doing this.
So, like, for example, I have this Opus clip, and any kind of long form, like, for example, a Curmudgeon's Corner or one of the things that I'm doing with Brian on No Direction Detail, we'll have that, and then I can just plug it into the Opus clip, and the Opus clip will, cut it all up and find what's trending and what, would seem like it will have the most hits and things of that nature. And then it posts to all of the social media platforms without any effort on my end. So I'm trying to appeal to both sides, people that are just scrolling and then people that do like the long content format. That has no appeal to you.
If you're running a business the way you are and you're trying to sell products, for me, it's just, I just don't see the use in it. I really don't.
Okay.
Because the shorts is your subscriber base grows, but your views don't grow with your subscriber base on your long form. So at some point, to me, it just creates a gap. I have this many subscribers, but my long form views are not, but my shorts views are going through the roof, and I'm getting all these people with OCD and they're clicking ADHD and when I put out a video, my subscriber to view gap is just going to keep continuing to increase. And from an algorithm standpoint, you know, you have to reach certain tiers to reach, you know, to reach out. And if now I learned that from Instagram, if your follower base just keeps exploding, your views don't, then, you know, to hit whatever that 8%, 10% threshold or whatever it is to get recommended, you know, I don't want to mess with it. Everything's working good.
I don't know anything
I'm
about
scaling.
it.
Yeah, I'm scaling at the rate that I want to scale at.
Cool.
I don't want to grow exponentially like crazy because I respond to all the comments. I respond to all the replies. If I go viral one day, I'm never going to keep up with them.
Gotcha.
I prefer the nice organic growth.
Climb, sure.
And it being product reviews, everything that 60, 70% of all of my views come from Google searches.
Huh.
So it's not even coming from, because people are seeing a product and they're searching it and it's going to be in the title of my video, the product that it is. And majority of those people, they won't sub because they're going to be watching me for one time only and then leaving.
Yeah,
which is why all my videos
I'm one of those kind of people, 100%.
Yeah.
When I
yeah,
one of the earlier SEMAs that I went to years ago, when we would actually go for the classrooms and the, you know, all the different little workshops that you could go to, we took a social media course that was being lectured by the VP of Instagram, and you know, and she was saying, as far like the number one search engine on YouTube is how to ...
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and to further what you were just saying, for me, it's like, how do I change the light bulb in a 2018 Hyundai CRV? You know what I mean? And that's what I'll look for. And like you said, I'm going to watch that video one time and then I'm going to move on with my day because I'm not interested in.
Yeah. And you're probably watching it through the Google viewer. You're not even going straight to the YouTube app.
Is that right? Yeah, that's fair.
And so for me, that's why each video is created and filmed and edited as if it's the first and last video that person will ever see. So there's no narrative storyline that goes from one video to another, other than the garage changing. Every video is made the same way. It may be repetitive to people who see it all the time, but that's because, you know, it's a product review. You just have to do it the exact same way. So there's no like vlogging story arc or anything like that.
Are those the big purple ones?
That's how Pan made his towels, the purple ones.
I got to get those cookies. What about you there, you? How come you're not making any content? Occasional detailer.
You know, I have like a back catalog of like 4 terabytes worth of content that I've just never posted.
And you have 2 videos because I checked.
Like,
I went looking. I went looking for pictures of you on the internet, and
I don't exist.
Yeah, you don't. It's bananas.
Yeah, I'm over here filming for him at MTE, and I'm like, man, you got a lot of color correction to do. And he's like, yeah, this is. I'm like, man, I can't deal with this.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Get it out. I can't.
It's like
hours editing color.
I wouldn't say that I take it very seriously, but I criticize. I'm a very hard critic, like of myself, but then also others. And so if I'm not going to be able to put something out at a certain standard, whether other people are able to recognize it or not, I'd rather just not do it at all. So I know it's kind of like a cliche sort of response, but for me, it's been super detrimental because this is something that I probably wanted to do since like 2017, and just haven't really gotten off the ground started. Right now, I don't feel that way as much anymore. I definitely feel like I'm just like, okay, I can do stuff. And especially now where it's like, I'm significantly more in touch with folks like you, like Keav and everything like that, where it's like, I probably have like a level of access to people that I probably shouldn't have, given that I don't have any sort of audience. You know, it feels kind of like I would be wasting it otherwise. And so I definitely will be posting a lot more. I have something going on in my personal life that's kind of taking a bit of my attention away from that sort of stuff at the moment. But I think probably in the next couple of weeks, you'll definitely see a lot more content because I do have a lot in the pipeline, some of it pre-shot already, and other stuff that I have kind of written down already of like, okay, this is next, this is next. If anything, I probably might actually drop something tomorrow that I've been holding on to for a little bit. It's pretty much going over all my Black Friday purchases that I made. So I dropped like $3,000 in different like gear, chemicals, and all that sort of stuff over Black Friday, just because that's what you do when you're an addict to this sort of stuff. And so there's a lot of it's going to be for content purposes. So I pretty much got every I guess I got the DIY cordless polishers. I got the one from Liquid Elements. I'm revisiting the ammo line, Aaron's favorite line, and I bought some stuff.
No, that's Rick Smith's favorite line.
Yeah.
Correction.
And so yeah, so I'll be revisiting a lot of stuff and then talking a little bit more about the stuff that I probably maybe not discovered but started using a bit more this past year. Just because, like, from a chemical perspective, like, that's not really even I's thing.
It requires concentration.
Yeah. Yeah, so like chemicals typically aren't Keev and I's thing, and we've talked about it a lot in the past where Keev's like, I probably won't ever do chemical-based content unless it's like a wash and talk. And I think for me, I've kind of softened on that a little bit. The reason why like I feel that way, and I think Keev feels the same way, is because, at least for me, there isn't a really good way to measure performance for that sort of stuff. So it's all very subjective. A lot of people will call a product good or disqualify a product altogether just because they don't like the scent of it. And so, you know, those type of things don't really have a real impact on whether it's going to perform or not, but it does have a large impact on whether or not somebody's willing to recommend it. And so for that reason, I've kind of not wanted to do it, but I think I'm just going to, because there are some standout products. I think that it's like very, very apparent that they're really good, right? So like, something that I can think of in the last year that I sort of started using is like the Labo Cosmetica products. I don't think that anybody makes better soaps than they do. I think in terms of their lineup, whether it's going to be...
Well, that was great hearing from Israel. I'm glad that he was able to come out to the show tonight. I'm sorry, was he saying something about Phoenix having the best soap?
Phoenix E.O.D. sucks. That's what he said.
Is that what he said? Let's bring him back on stage.
He just didn't say it.
I mean, what
well, I didn't say it yet, but I can definitely say it to your face if you'd like me to.
Man, listen, I'm just saying, like, Phoenix has come up with a couple of quote unquote god tier products, and you know, you can keep promoting some.
Yeah, no, and you know, I have one of them right here with me.
No, put it down. Put it down. It's trash.
Yeah. Listen, I need Aaron, I need a 10-11 pH Apex.
Pre-foam. I can do that for you.
So that's biggest thing for me is just like I'll do a pre-foam and then I just need a pH neutral. I have like 5 gallons of Incredible Suds, so I'm pretty much set there.
Incredible Duds. No, I can make that for you. As a matter of fact, I think that Israel was saying that when you guys come up, we're going to be fooling around with all kinds of chemicals.
Yeah, the whole fooling around thing, but I'll play with chemicals.
Yeah, we're just gonna start mixing stuff up together, right? We'll take some hydro. We'll take.
Oh, you know what? If we can walk in there
and then come up with like a glass cleaner.
Yeah, me and just lock Aaron into his office or something and just go ham on everything out there. It might work, and it might be like a version 8 of like everything. Everything's gonna be all congealed in the bottles when it rises wherever it's going.
No, but we can play around with Israel wanted to work on some glass cleaner, and if you want, we can fool around with some. We can fool around with some.
Yeah, we can test out some tire shines on your car, Kev.
I like Labo. I like Primus, but I kind of like the Maniac line a little more. It's a little more user friendly. The dilutions are I like the dilutions better. The cost.
Yeah, one of the things that I bought was the Maniac wheel and tile cleaner, just because you've recommended it a lot. Haven't used it yet, but that's definitely one of the things of the many.
I've never seen a tire that it doesn't make the yellow come out. So it's clean, and even on clean tires, you see the yellow, and I'm like, okay, it's getting some stuff out. But I use their pre-foam and their descale shampoo sometimes. I don't know. I need to ask them if you could use those together, like Stars and Stripes or an exothermic reaction.
Thank you, Ross. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So actually, on that. One of the things that I was planning on doing is actually just doing a showcase on specifically Apex and Typhon, just because if you kind of think about it, if you want to go to like the simplest sort of stack, if you would, that you possibly could, you can pretty much do everything with just Apex and Typhon alone. You probably don't need anything else. So like one of the things that I was planning on doing is kind of like a showcase on that, on how those are pretty much the only 2 chemicals you'll ever need.
Ta-da! What's up, David? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you showing up. It's a Saturday night.
You could probably mix the 2 together. Get you a pre-foam.
What's that? Well, you know, I mean, that was what we originally were playing with, was Kraken and Apex. But the problem was the caustics that are in Kraken were breaking down the surfactants. So at first, it's like within the first week or 2, it started out like it looked like it was going to really, really work well together. And then like the shelf life just didn't exist, because I mean, it immediately started to break down the surfactants. So like by like week 3, it just wasn't effective. Like there was like the foam, there was zero foam stability. It was wild. It was pretty cool.
Well, if you mix the 2 together in a foam can at the same time, though, that shelf life wouldn't.
Correct.
Be a problem, right?
You'd have to do it at the same time, and then it would work. But then, like I said, if you were to pre-bottle it so that it was ready to go by week 3, you would put it in your foam cannon and you'd be like, it's not performing the way it's supposed to. So
yeah, I don't buy a whole lot of chemicals.
Yeah, neither do I.
I buy the Stars and Stripes just so I could do a foam cannon video where you show the 2 back to back. But I tell you what, the salt that was all over the cars that I got off today from this winter storm last week, that knocks the stuff off. There was literally nothing left on the surface to even need to, care about the contact wash as much. I always contact wash, but
we've been dealing with I've been dealing with some stuff in the Marine Corps, and they were having some issues with salt buildup on some of their amphibious landing gear. And so I went down to Ocean City, New Jersey last summer, and I got a couple of gallons of the Atlantic Ocean. And according to Google, Atlantic Ocean has the highest salt content of the seven oceans. So we went back, we sprayed in a power, or whatever that thing is called. Anyway, we sprayed the a test panel down with Atlantic Ocean and let it bake in the sun and get all white and crusty, and did it again, got all white and crusty, and did it again, all white and crusty. And then we took Hydra to it in a power washer, and it went through salt like it was butter. It's pretty wild. So there's that. But you're thinking that like a high pH would do. I thought high pH was
not for salt.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought high pH was for bonding contaminants and low pH was for salt.
Yep.
Yeah, an acidic wash would be better for salt. Eagle Guard, never heard of it.
That's Chemex's salt neutralizing acidic wash that actually has rust inhibitors in it as well.
Does Chemex and Fab Automotive, do they fight with each other?
Who?
Compete, Fab Automotive and Chemex, because they seem to be going down that patriotic line of products. Stars and Stripes.
I don't know. I think Chemex guys are having too much fun in their garage to fight with anybody.
Aaron talking detailing is like Keav talking tire dressing. Rick Smith, I am going to punch you in the knee when you get here, buddy, just so you know. Right in the knee. Anyway, what else you guys got? Oh, I wanted to ask you guys, so you both have been to SEMA, and I'm going to ask you both of the same question. So you both been to SEMA, you both been to MTE. Everybody that I talk to has always asked me, which is better? What did you like? What did you dislike? And all that stuff. So, as an MTE review, and you guys both being to both SEMA and MTE this year, what are your thoughts?
Keith, you want to go first?
I think they're 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
SEMA for me though this year is different because my son was my camera guy, so it was more of a bonding experience, and it was different because before I was stuck in my cave in the hotel room editing and getting the video out the next day. This year, well, last year was different with my son with me. He wanted to go out, and it's fine because we wanted to go gamble and have fun. Jason from Car Supplies Warehouse stayed at the same hotel, so we saw him in the casino quite a bit as well.
I got to have dinner with him. He's such a good dude.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
And that bonding experience, it hurt me in views because I didn't get the videos out the next day like I'd planned to, because you have to get them out within a day or two of the day that you were there.
Yeah, there's
really?
so many.
If you get out a week after, it's like the people aren't searching SEMA anymore. Whoever got the video out first got the views.
So like if I were to post a bunch of MTE stuff now, it wouldn't matter. It'd just be like, all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah, kind of. Everybody's.
Right. I don't even know that people are searching for MTE in particular either.
What's that, Israel?
I don't know that people are even searching for MTE in particular either.
Probably not.
Yeah, they weren't. They do a very, very poor job, and I noticed this when I was doing the SDC 2 years ago. They do a very poor job of promoting that show.
I think they don't want it to grow too big because they can only fit so much in that one. They have to like scale it up. I don't know how they would do that.
Was the venue smaller this year?
It was the same amount of vendors, but they made the booths a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Attendance, like the tickets bought, was about the same, but there was a lot of people with the snowstorm. They didn't come.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to drive back.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, going back was a nightmare. We drove down, and then we drove back, and we left. We basically left at midnight Saturday night, Sunday morning. And by that point, I think it had already gone through Georgia and was still hitting South Carolina, North Carolina. And hey, here's a fun fact. South Carolina and North Carolina don't own snowplows. Or at least that's how we perceived it, because I-95, a major interstate, was completely covered over, and we drove it anyway. And I was just like, Jared, you need to just drive slow. Let people pass. Who cares? And I mean, there must have been at least 4 semi trucks off the road, just crashed. And then there was at least, I don't know, 7 cars that had spun off the road too.
Where I'm at, it's not bad. The problem is whenever there's like a major storm, it usually happens during rush hour. So there's too many people on the dang road already, and the plows can't get to anything. But they brine the hell out of the roads now, like a day or two ahead of time. So now we got tons of salt.
So would you rather go to SEMA or MTE?
If I had a choice, I would go to SEMA.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot of things at SEMA that you like to do outside of SEMA, which, like you said, gambling and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm a car guy, so it's a 4-day car show. And brands there's going to be way more brands there. And if the brands aren't there, the people who work for those brands are walking around. So you're going to see everybody.
Okay.
MTE, except for a couple of things, everything I saw was a SEMA, so I saw it already.
Okay.
The only thing that was announced was G-Technic's sugar-based soap and their rinseless, that Lake Country carpet pad. I think there was maybe one other thing that was newish.
Auto fiber, maybe?
Auto fiber detail sticks.
Yeah.
And their brush with the hook on it.
Yeah. I think for me, it kind of depends on like what the motivation is going to be. If you're just trying out there to get maximum sort of content as well as do real business things, then you're going to go to SEMA, and that's going to be your preference because there's in general going to be more brands. That's generally where a lot of the things are announced in terms of being new and everything like that. So that's where you would maximize those things. If you want to hang out, I think MTE is definitely the spot. And I think we saw this year that we didn't see last year is that now people are starting to pull out of SEMA or maybe not launch everything at SEMA and start to do some stuff at MTE. Like an example of that is Carbro didn't go to SEMA this past year, but they went to MTE.
Yeah, Auto Fiber.
And then G-Technic, they left some stuff to showcase at MTE. So I think tides are kind of changing because I think MTE is becoming a little bit more detail focused. I don't know if that's going to continuously sort of be a progressive thing where next year we see even more detailing stuff and maybe more holdouts from SEMA. because maybe it gets up being more, better for the vendors in terms of costs or anything like that. But I think as it stands right now, right, if I wanted to do a lot of content stuff or talk to a lot of different vendors, like as an example, like I wouldn't be able to talk to AR at MTE because they're not there, but they're at SEMA.
So as
You
a
got
vendor
the-
who is,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So, I mean, another thing at MTE is different is you can sell at MTE. So you'll see
Yeah.
a lot of vendors that are trying to sell products as well. It's like I said, MTE I went to hang out. I made the video because I need the excuse to write the whole trip off.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with it as a vendor. Well, first last year when we were, suitcasing, basically BioBombs was my anchor base, so I couldn't get in trouble for suitcasing, but that's all we were doing. We were standing in the, in the aisles, giving away bottles of Titan and stuff like that. And then this year, we did that collaboration with BioBombs and Typhon, and then you were so gracious to buy the entire outfit and then allow us to just give it away for free. So that was awesome. But
I was like, how are you gonna do $1 transactions? It's like,
well, I had, we had our dollar bills, y'all. So anyway, from a vendor's point of view, I would say that I enjoy MTE so much more, and because of that, it's like I can actually have conversations with people that are coming by the booth, versus at SEMA where there is so much to see and there's 4 different halls. People just want to, like, good to see you, nice products, and move on, and they don't have that time to sit and talk and discuss things. And then like last year, when we were at MTE, remember when upstairs at the cafeteria there must have been like 20 of us, 24 of us, just hanging out, ripping on each other and roasting each other. I mean, it felt just like a high school cafeteria where we're all just hanging out. And I really feel that my relationships with not just colleagues, but my relationships with customers and stuff like that, were infinitely stronger at MTE than they are at SEMA. SEMA just can be a little overwhelming, and people are, in a hustle to kind of see it all. And so everything is so fast paced, and you see so many people that it's hard to remember who. Yeah, I met you at SEMA. Oh, okay. I refresh me, that kind of stuff. Whereas at like MTE, you can actually have a real conversation, 5-minute conversation, whatnot. It's not rushed and it's not overwhelming. And for me, I just like I just thought MTE was a better experience as a vendor, trying to actually create a relationship between a customer, relationship with a colleague, meeting with other chemists and other companies like that. That was for me, MTE was the way to go.
yeah, SEMA's so big. Well, we were very efficient. Like we came in and we nailed out filming for 5 to 6 hours a day. And we literally left at like 2-3 o'clock and just hung out at the hotel room. And then the last day we left around like 12 or 1 o'clock to go hang out. But I was so overwhelmed and exhausted that I didn't get to do exactly what I wanted to do, because I like to find things that maybe could work for detailing, but aren't really meant for detailing. So I really would like to have spent a little more time just kind of, looking more in depth in like the tool area and some of those areas.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's so big, but like the wheel and tire area, so you don't even need to walk through there. It's like, it's just tires as far as the eye can see.
I love that. I love that. MTE 27.
Oh, good.
Cars with Keav YouTube booth. Drop by and get roasted. Do you remember there was do you remember it was what was it?
Do it for free.
There was a Dave Attell Insomniac, and it was on Comedy Central, and basically he was going around to all these different towns. He would do his bit, and then he would walk around the city and do stuff. In Baltimore, there was a guy that basically for $2, you give him he was a homeless dude, and he was like, you give him $2 and you can scream at him and yell at him and do whatever it is that you want for 5 minutes. And it was just like, you were a terrible father to me, and I can't believe you were never there for me. It's just great. We should do that. Yeah, I would do that. I'd give you $1 to yell at me.
Do like I do at the Renaissance Fair and like, put your head through the fence and
The
have people throw, like,
stockades.
tomatoes at you, but they can like throw bottles of tire shine or something.
Well, I mean, throwing a bottle that might. Of course, it was. Hey, speaking of the conversations that one can have at MTE last year, that's where Fenrir was born. It was down in a hotel lobby with Humberto, Matt Ayers, myself, and the Thor boys. I don't see that happening at SEMA because like there is no hotel lobby. There's a casino down below, and it's just bedlam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like guys like Jamie and Eddie are like have meetings back to back to back to back, so they don't have like the time to dedicate like they normally would, like say at MTE.
Right, exactly. Next year, Keav will be doing tire shine demos with his Telluride.
Umberto with Jason at his booth because he had ordered an entire booth that was supposed to be there, and it got stuck in Kentucky at customs. So his entire MTE booth was supposed to be this grand thing. So he just pulled his mobile van in and then put a tent out at it. We spent, I must have been an hour putting down like just a small area of Swiss tracks because the carpet inside that banquet hall was so soft that you couldn't snap the tiles together.
Really?
Yeah, we just laid him out. We couldn't get him snapped together. I think they were a race deck brand. So we wound up we figured it out later, all the details, and we were all kind of helping out. And we were just putting these tiles under tiles and then stomping them down with our fist and then moving them around. Yes. But he got it set up.
It was a shame that I didn't get to say goodbye to Humberto. He had family obligations and plans and had to bounce. But it's always great to see. Like last year at MTE, it was me, Humberto, and Matt Ayers. Like we did everything together. The three of us, we were the three amigos. It was awesome. I really, really enjoyed. I just really enjoyed the MTE experience a lot more.
This time, like MTE is different. Is that the people who pull you to the side to say, "Hey, I watch your channel" or whatever. They feel a little more comfortable, I think, at MTE to talk and converse. SEMA, it's like, I know you're busy. I know you're busy. Just want to walk away. It's like at MTE, we were carrying on full conversations just all over the place. It was great.
Yeah. Agreed. La 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 la.
And we got Mary's in the chat. We got to meet Mary.
Is she not like the coolest person?
Mm-hmm.
She got dragonflies all over everywhere. Dragonflies.
That little party that we were at afterwards. Israel, you left. They were walking out. The waiters and waitresses had stacks of the free drinks like this big, and they were trying to give them away, and nobody would take them because everybody thought it was liquor, and it was just draft.
It was just
beer.
two different types of shitty beer.
Yeah,
really.
I was trying to use it as cash only.
I was trying to use it as currency. I was like, I got all these free drinks. Come on, give me something. They were like, no,
5 of them for one good drink.
Yeah, right. No, thank you.
I am glad that we got out. We went out to Sicky's because the first couple of nights I just did room service. Went down to the little place, got a drink and some candy, and got some room service and edited.
What's your candy of choice?
Oh, geez, depends on what mood I am. Some days I'm sour. Some days I like hot tamales.
I didn't think people like you and me were allowed to eat candy.
Cookies, chocolate.
Where are my cookies? I had cookies here.
That's like a thing I have tomorrow for the Super Bowl party we're having. Is I bought a fondue set and I make some
chocolate or cheese.
Chocolate.
Oh.
Strawberries, pineapples, marshmallows. It's going to be the better version of a. What's the name of that buffet? Golden Corral.
Oh, Golden.
I thought you were going to say
Golden Corral. You're going to say, what is it? What's that fondue restaurant? Melting Pot.
Melting Pot.
I tell you why I hate that place.
Okay.
My wife loves it, right? So we show up and she always wants the oil. I don't want the oil. I want the griddle. So then you have to buy two meal or whatever.
Wait, what's the griddle?
You can get the little flat iron skillet to cook your meat on. You don't have to put it in the oil.
Yeah, but that's not fondue then.
Yeah, I don't want fondue. I fondue chocolate and cheese. I don't fondue my piece of steak.
Okay. All right.
I'm not battering my piece of steak and put it in flash oil.
All right. I'm just
Flat
asking.
iron.
You know, inquiring minds want to know. I'm
And
just
what's really
asking.
sucks is half the places everyone we went to, you come in and the lighting is so dull. I have to pull up my camera phone. I pull up my phone, turn on my flashlight so I can read the dang menu.
Way to be, way to be old. That's what I do.
Jeez.
That's what I do. Just
I do it all the damn
Appreciate the
time.
ambiance.
Here we go.
I don't mind the
What's
ambiance.
it?
The
What's it
ambiance
say?
after I've
Come here,
ordered.
Sonny. What? All you have is IPAs? Oh, they're disgusting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Keith doesn't drink, so I mean that's
No,
not
drinks
even
doesn't matter.
yeah. It's like I'll
I'm
take
a
your
sweet
finest
tea-
Mountain Dew,
sweet tea
please.
connoisseur, though.
But do you curse?
Of course I do.
All right. See, so there, I mean, like, there's certain rules. Don't trust anyone that doesn't drink, doesn't curse. Like,
The funny thing is like I try not to curse in the videos.
right.
And then in my bloopers recently, I had started to put the curse words in there. Like, and then everybody's like, "Hey, that's awesome. I like that. You curse. That's I'm a construction worker. I like that."
Yeah.
And then I get a comment from a guy that said, "Man, I watched your entire video. Was going through the bloopers. My 2 kids are sitting next to me, and all you said was F you at the end of your video." And I'm like,
Oh yeah, dude.
what do I do?
Was that
What do I
the
do?
MTE video when the guy came behind
Well,
you?
No.
Can
It was a
you? I
different
mean,
video.
like, you can still do it, but maybe put that little bloop.
Yeah,
the
I had to
sensor,
do
the
it.
little
I did it
sensor
on the
thing.
last video.
Yeah.
I cleaned my my floor. I took my Swiss tracks out and cleaned my floor out. That'll be Monday's video. And I had a couple of incidences that I dropped some bombs.
All
I
right.
just immediately think of like the Michael Jordan beam where it's like fuck them kids.
Hey, come on now, Israel.
I
This
do
is
flag my
this is a
videos not
family
for
show.
kids. My videos are flagged not for kids though.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody's are. Anybody in this circle is.
You better, because if you don't, you won't get any ad revenue.
You remember? I remember. I can't tell you how old I was, but I remember when I was watching Transformers the movie, the cartoon, and Hot Rod was trying to open up the Matrix, and he couldn't get it, and he was just like, "Open, damn it!" And I was just like, "Oh!" The first time I ever heard a cartoon curse, I was like, "Oh my god, he just cursed! This is crazy."
Do you want to bring up Megatron? I don't want this video to go in the wrong direction.
It's not Megatron. It was Hot Rod who became Rodimus Prime. Stop.
Became a
Just
gun,
stop.
a plane,
Stop.
became a plane.
Rodimus Prime.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his name. I didn't do it. All right, forget it. And see, Humberto remembers. Thank you, Humberto. He's always got my back. You animals. How often do you have to clean the floor?
Once a year.
Once a year?
And that's only because it makes for a good video. Because if I waited 2 years, it'd probably be a really good video. But actually, wasn't that dirty because I washed so often. The drains drain most of the dirt out.
You've got the touch. You've got the power. Yeah.
Dude, you're such a big movie guy. I haven't heard you talk about movies in such
That
a long
reminds that reminds me of
Which one, him or me?
You.
You know, I gotta be honest with you. I have been soured on Hollywood for some time now. I think like the only time that I ever go to the theaters was if it was something that my son wanted to do or watch. I had the greatest Father's Day gift last year. My son, who's now 21, took me to see the live action of How to Train Your Dragon. And as a little boy, that was his favorite movie. We must have watched How to Train Your Dragon, the cartoon version, animated version, a million times. And so, you know, he was like, "Hey, you know, why don't you come out?" And he took me and bought the popcorn and the whole 9 yards. And you know, that was just like the whole time I'm just, you know, it's so emotional because he's loving it. And I look down the aisle and there's a little girl, probably the same age as Jacob was when he first experienced it. And she's reacting to all of the right parts. And and it was like, I got to just kind of relive my you know, like he immediately became 10 years old again to me. It was so amazing. Her reactions and sitting there next to my boy, I was extremely emotional for the 2-hour duration. But as far as anything else is concerned, I can't think of the last time I saw something, an advertisement or a preview that was just like, oh, I'm going to that.
You got the touch. That reminds me of like, what was that 80s movie? Had Leroy Brown was his name. It's Dragon something?
Leroy Brown?
Now, what was the name of the movie? Something Dragon. You know where that guy becomes Bruce Lee like, and Shonuff was the bad guy. His name was Shonuff.
Leroy Brown and
Shonuff. SHONUFF. I cannot believe you don't know this.
The Last Dragon.
Yeah, The Last Dragon.
Shonuff barges into Leroy's martial arts land. The gang assaults Leroy and Johnny Yu, one of Leroy's students, demanding that Leroy bow before Shonuff.
How do you not know that?
I don't, dude. It's not even registered on me.
That's like cult classic right there.
1985.
The whole like 80s, like yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 1985.
That's a movie to watch. That's a good movie.
I'll have to check it out. Apparently, let's see here. Last Dragon on IMDb. That'll tell me. Scrolling. Desktop is not nearly as good as phone when it comes to IMDb. Should have told me how to watch it. Right in the B.
David says we should go to Epic Universe. I have that plan. We have this upcoming Christmas trip to Epic Universe. Hopefully all the crazy new people will be died down and it won't be so bad by then. But Christmas in Orlando isn't exactly the light time. It's pretty crowded.
Ugh. You're killing me, Smalls.
So somebody asked this earlier, and I kind of have the same sort of question. I think I probably asked you about it while we were at MTE. But like now that you're a free man and you're working for yourself and all that, like what are some changes that people can expect content-wise? Like somebody was asking earlier if there was going to be any new styles of content that you were going to step into that you weren't in previously, and just sort of curious as well on that. I think you've said no in the past, but
yeah, probably not. I'm just doing my normal thing. I'll probably add more. There will be more since I'm not doing 3 videos a week and do 2. I'll spend a little more time editing those 2. A little more charts, more screenshots of stuff. Like my style is cut and simple. So I don't know. There's a whole lot you can really add. Because anytime I do extra, people get mad in the comments and they're like, "That we didn't need that. I just want to."
Hey, Dark Dragon's in the house.
Video. I don't want to see you blowing a blower on a scale to show how much weight it forces.
Apparently, they're asking for a Keav's OnlyFans page.
Oh wow! I don't make that much.
Apparently, you can watch
OnlyFans.
You can watch The Last Dragon on Hulu, Roku, and Tubi currently. So
that's where you could put your grass clipping content.
Yeah.
It's just you with your little tiny clippers clipping grass by hand.
Instead of a wash and talk, it'll be a mow and talk. You just be out there.
I mean, there's areas that I do break out the hand shears. That's for sure.
Just edging that.
What is your favorite type of grass?
Bent grass, but
what is it?
I can't bent grass.
Bent grass?
But I don't have the soil for that kind of grass.
What is bent grass?
I don't got the money for that kind of grass. You need like golf course level maintenance to keep that stuff from. It's what most PGA Tour greens are made out of, unless they go to Florida. A lot of Florida greens are Bermuda. Up north, northeast, POA is pretty common, but bent grass is pretty much the most common green grass that they use on the greens.
Huh. Is bent grass good? It says bent grass is bent grass good for the lawn? Not usually. While creeping bent grass creates a soft, dense carpet on golf courses, it is too high maintenance for most home lawns and often crowds out desirable grasses. Dun dun dun.
Which is why when you see a putting green on PGA Tour on video or on TV, the green is always perfect in the grass around it because the bent grass keeps the other grass from taking over.
It is actually a native invasive weed that is very good at out competing other grass types if it becomes too established.
Just about any of the major grasses that are used for that kind of stuff is all weeds that came from like Bermuda came from Africa. It's a invasive species of grass as well.
Boy, the only thing to go throw around here is Kentucky bluegrass. Other than that, you need to shut your mouth and get back to where you come from.
Kentucky bluegrass will be brown in the midsummer here.
Dude, I'm just talking out of my head. I don't know. I got wild mini strawberries in my backyard. That looks so cool. That's a weed. Really? Are you sure? Yes. Oh.
I mean, Chris, I could try that. That's for sure. I mean, it's a lot of content that's already out there, so I feel like I'm copying other people. But going to Walmart and picking stuff out, going to Harbor Freight. I feel like it's an easy video because you don't have to buy anything. You just walk in, and I'll probably troll the store too much and I'll get kicked out.
What do you mean you don't have to buy anything?
Well, you go to Walmart, and you just tell people this is good, that's good, this is good, that's good. The video don't cost you any money other than the gas and the miles to the store and back.
Oh, so Papa Smurf was talking about doing something similar, but he was going to actually go to Harbor Freight or go to Walmart and be like, everything that you need to do a detail, you can find right here at, and he was going to bring a calculator and be like, you can detail a whole car for under $30 by this, by this, by this, by this. And
yeah, I mean, I was in a couple of Pan's videos when he was in Omaha. We visited O'Reilly's and a few other places. I just feel like that content is done a lot. I feel like I'm copying others. I don't know.
And then too, it's not really like up your alley in regards to like what they have, right? So it's like
what most things that Walmart would have is
there's not really anything worth buying from a pressure washer perspective. I think Walmart
Home Depot,
has like their own version of an Uberflex.
Just Home Depot or Lowe's, I could do that because nobody's really done that. Like,
well, not only that, but not to play devil's advocate. Devil's advocate here, like I would watch you versus somebody else. Especially if I don't know that person, I would rather watch your content. So even if it is the same thing, it's your spin on it, it's your take on it, and quite frankly, I am more prone to believe you because I've seen you throw balls and strikes. Like, you know what I mean? Like you call balls and strikes, and so especially. Not to get too deep into the weeds, nowadays where there's so much controversy over sponsorship and not sponsorship and who's on the take and who's not on the take, and you're a mouthpiece for this company and a mouthpiece for that company, someone with your reputation that says, hey, I really like Aaron, but his Phoenix product sucks balls. Like I can see you saying something like that and people believe you.
Hey, Chris, I do have affiliate links for Walmart. I just don't use them. Don't use them much.
Yeah, I think to Aaron's point, like I think he's right. There's like a definite difference in credibility, and I think we talk about that like off stream a lot.
I just don't like when it comes to like say like you go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or you go into Walmart. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge on the products on the shelf to really add the value that would be needed. I don't know half of those chemicals.
So then here's a question.
I don't know any of the Jay Leno stuff. I've only ever used like 2 Chemical Guys products. I've only ever used 1 Adams product. Suds Labs I've never used. There's like I don't know anything.
Yeah, but so
I can walk into Home Depot. Wait.
Time out. Isn't that like the value of what you would bring to that format?
But I'm not going to dog a product or say a product's good if I never touched it before.
I understand that, but
I think he's saying the testing of it.
Just the learning process of it. Like I'm just going to go in, I'm going to grab something random off the shelf, and then I'm going to say whether or not it gave me the results that I was hoping for. You know what I mean? A lot like for someone like my company, we our appeal, or we try to appeal to the weekend warrior, somebody that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of skill or a whole lot of knowledge, and so you make a product that is, you know, super easy to use and is very forgiving. You know, like the Apex soap, you can use it in direct sunlight, and if it dries on you, it is very easy to reactivate, and it'll still rinse clean, and it won't give you all that water spotting. It's designed for, you know, maybe I don't know, you know, like my dad would say, none of us know what we don't know. So as far as content creation is concerned, you're not dogging a chemical, you're not dogging a company. You are a random guy walking into, you know, O'Reilly's. You're grabbing a bottle of, hey, this says, you know, the color looks great. This is what appeals to me when I'm looking at the shelf. The label looks clean. The color catches my eye. I want to grab it and try it. And then you go, hey, it worked. Awesome. It only cost me $8 for this gallon of soap, and it worked exactly how I wanted it to work. Or
if I cared about chemicals, it might work.
Okay. I
did do that one time, and the video was when nobody watched.
Keav is not a random guy.
I did like a, hey, what happens on a Sunday afternoon if you run out of your favorite soap, and obviously everything is it's ordered online. Let's go down to AutoZone. Show myself going to AutoZone, picking out the shelf, picking out the product, using it at the house. Nobody watched the video.
When everyone was showcasing Jay Leno's products, we had them for the last 3 years here, and some were okay while others were same old, same old. Rick Smith, you can just kiss my butt.
We should do that. Let's take Aaron out to you know, I for sure think I tripped to Home Depot. I tripped to Lowe's.
It is literally a quarter of a mile away from the warehouse.
Yeah, and it's more to my brand, which is mainly the hardware, the tools.
So when you guys get here,
I think that it might actually be good in the sense that like a lot of people are still going to go to big box retailers regardless of what you recommend, right? Just because that's convenient.
A lot of people know because Home Depot is heavy with Ryobi, but a lot of people don't know is Lowe's has the best accessory section there is when it comes to pressure washers. They have multiple, like actually pretty good guns, like they carry at Northern Tool.
So let's go on the 26th. It's literally like across the street from the warehouse. We'll go on the 26th. Well, you can film and then you can make fun of me because I don't know Jack.
But the value out there would be right. It's like to your point. It's like they're very deep in how many different items that they have, but they're pretty much all the same trash, except for like the exception of like 1 or 2 items.
I think you would do the 2 in the same video. Personally, I don't think I'd want to do 2 separate videos. But you know, Home Depot, show your options for drying a car, like between Ryobi, the different blowers to use. Go to Lowe's, better option. Ego, you know, so you have, you know, Lowe's does have the Ego stuff, so that stuff's good.
Home Depot, there's a lot of Milwaukee stuff there too.
Milwaukee's too expensive, and all their leaf blowers are shit. Excuse me, I'm on the internet.
Chris, Walmart has like a version of like the Uberflex hose. It's like a 35-foot one. So like if anything, that would be the hose that you would get. And like last I know that they were pretty much selling at $1 a foot, which is pretty solid pricing. I think it ticked up a little bit, but that's a solid choice.
Do they carry Flexilla pressure washer hoses? I know they carry Flexilla everything else. Walmart. I don't think
no, it's their own like it's their own, like I think it's under like the Heart brand or something like that. But it's an Uberflex hose. I don't remember what branding they have it under, but they have it under their own white labeled version of it.
Go to Home Depot. This pressure washer is good. You would use this nozzle. That hose sucks. That hose sucks. That hose sucks. That hose sucks. I've never seen a good hose come from a big box store.
No, yeah, the best that they're going to have is going to be just like a very generic rubber hose. And then it's going to be like probably not even single wire. It's probably going to be double wire because they're mainly providing accessories for gas pressure washers and not electric ones. And then the electric ones are like the worst plastic, like completely you bend it once and then it's just there forever. Permanent right angle.
the Uberflex 3/8-inch hose one that I gave you does that. Did you notice that?
I haven't used it yet. I haven't
like right at the quick fitting when you do it. It's just it's like, oh wow, I can just 90 degree this one. But that 3/8 Uberflex is not like the 1/4 inch. It's different.
Yeah, even when you handed it over to me, I was like, "Oh, this feels like a standard single wire."
And there's more. I can't say who, but there's more hoses coming to the market that are going to be Uberflex competitors. I'm beta testing one right now, but for a company that I'm not a big fan of.
Ooh,
They're
you heard it here first.
sensitive.
Although you didn't hear anything.
You
have
love them
ego
so much,
issues.
though.
I did. My favorite hose for a long time was from them. A lot of people might be able to guess that now, but
Yeah.
they didn't like my video on their pressure washer, so they sent me a hose to try out. They're like, this is going to be like the next best thing, and it came from some factory and had a chemical on it that literally like made my house stink for a week. I had to put it outside. It was so bad. I don't know what chemical or they put on there, but it smelled like a manufacturing facility for a week in my house.
It's so peculiar to me that like when brands are trying to reach out for marketing activation, things like that, that they wouldn't take better care of something that they're sending to somebody with influence. It's like you would think that I guess maybe this is like bonus, points for them, if anything, if they're not cherry picking something great for you.
Yeah, they sent it straight from the factory. It was like cut straight from the line, and they just I think it's from India. I think it was made in India.
Rule of 3.
No, I think the place to go would be like just do a trip of all videos and go to Home Depot, Lowe's, and then go to Northern Tool and be like, okay, this is what you get. Like if you have a local Northern Tool and you need a certain size orifice, you are going to find it at Northern Tool.
Do you believe do you believe in the rule of 3, guys?
I don't know what that is.
When one celebrity dies, 2 more follow.
Which was the rule of 100.
What? What? And so yeah, Catherine.
Hey,
O'Hara
Rick Smith, there. Don't put Temu and my name together side by side.
Catherine O'Hara died, and now Brad Arnold just died.
The Temu Matt Mormon. Oh my god.
I've been called the Walmart Matt Mormon multiple times.
And you don't even go to Walmart. That's the best part.
I literally made a video about like some cheap Amazon product. I was wearing an Obsessed Garage shirt. I did the Active 2.0 video. I was wearing an Obsessed Garage shirt. It's hilarious. I don't do Temu. I don't do AliExpress. I have too many bad problems with sellers on.
I've only had great experiences on AliExpress.
I bought like 15 items on AliExpress, and maybe 13 of them were all problems with sellers.
That's crazy. I've bought so much from AliExpress. I've never had an issue. I've gotten everything at like
Temu. I've never bought because I don't.
It's great.
I know there's a lot of people on Temu.
Yeah.
But the whole point of Temu is to try to get people to join Temu so they can buy the style. I don't like that style of how Temu does things. They've offered me some pretty good money to do videos for them. I'm like, nah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Nah, so there's plenty of good junk on Amazon. It's the slightly better junk. Temu is the junk that didn't make it on Amazon.
Keep trolling without
it's junk, but at least on Amazon you'll get the junk.
Yeah, it's easier to return it. You just go to the UPS store and give it back. Like that new Buria, whatever foam sprayer that I did recently. I thought it was new. It was on Amazon. Next thing I know, it's been on the market for 2 years, but it's only been on TikTok Shop and AliExpress, and it finally made it to Amazon. So I've seen it for the first time. Gary's like, I've had that thing for like 2 years. And the first version was better than the second. I'm like,
I must have missed that one, but I think this is probably a good thing to probably clear up. It's like there's like Guardian out of details, like the Temu stuff last 2 weeks. Like it's the same stuff that you would probably get on Amazon. It's no different. It's just
it lasts a month or two.
Sold through.
It lasts a month or two on Amazon.
Just
I don't know how I do it. Like
I'll the return window.
I'll review a product and I put it through some crazy stuff, and people be like, "Mine broke in 2 days. Mine broke this. Mine broke that." I'm like, they're like, "You're endorsing a bad product." I'm like, You saw a video. I threw it at the ground multiple times and nothing broke. And like this Nuberia one, I've been putting Maniac Wheel and Tire. I've been leaving it in there, been leaving it compressed. I haven't been cleaning it out, and it literally is just, it's like a tank. I don't know. I don't know if mine just works better. There's bad batches out there.
Nope. That's
Yeah,
not
Chris, we do not want the Chinese having access to Aaron's private phone pictures. That's for sure.
Yeah, because you know they're gonna be bored to tears of food pictures.
Me and
food.
Israel have had some fun with Aaron's phone while he was doing something else.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, we tried.
And then Keav, because he has a heart, even though he tries not to portray that he has a heart, he was like, "Oh, there's pictures of his family on there. I'm not going to mess with it." Right.
Yeah, we're gonna make his wallpaper Israel flicking him off. He left your phone open. We're like, okay, let's text the picture to Aaron and let's take that and put it as wallpaper.
Yeah, we just.
Then I saw his family on the wallpaper. I'm like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. What happens if that photo's like 1,000 photos deep and he can't find it? Pick his wallpaper again.
Yeah, the two of us couldn't figure out how to change the wallpaper in time. That's the real excuse.
I haven't changed my wallpaper in like 3 years on my phone. So
yeah, me neither. That picture, the wallpaper was actually the last picture that Jacob and I took at our old apartment together. The first apartment that I got after I got divorced, and that was the last day that we were there. It was a picture of me and my boy.
that's true. I can't read Amazon reviews because I won't buy anything. Because I will find some products, and I'll be like, oh, let's get a 3.8. Go to one.
Oh,
Go to
how's your,
the 1-star reviews, and you'll start reading them like, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
an
There's
idiot.
so many. There's so many.
That guy's an idiot. Wait. This is a listing for this, and they're talking about oven pan. I'm like, well, that's not even the same product.
Well, that happens because like they'll recycle product IDs, right? So like they'll start off as one product, they'll stop selling it, and then they'll start selling another product using the same one just to keep like the traction of.
Do they use the same
previous
listing,
item.
or do they have to use the same SKU?
I don't know if it's like listing or SKU or what like the identifier is for it, but they just recycle them. Like they'll have a popular product that got rated very well, and to keep that sort of ranking right, they'll just be like, okay, we're done with this product. Now let's put this other product here, and it already has all the reviews and everything like that, even if it's not for the same product.
Yeah, I'd say that like the one product that I would never trust an Amazon review is a DI system. There's not a DI system on Amazon that has above a 4-star rating. Every one of them is like 3.5 to 4 because people don't know their water.
Oh yeah, they're like, I blew through
And then
this
like,
in a
oh,
week.
this didn't give me 1,000 gallons. Well, I mean, it said there's a chart that talks about your ppm and what you should get and what you can't get.
Yeah, but people don't know how to read. That's why they watch.
And that's
videos.
a guesstimation too, because you could have 200 ppm water, but if your water is full of a different type of mineral, it could exhaust certain resin faster.
Really?
That reminds me, Aaron, I need to buy that resin to bring up there. I need from you. I need to look at my video to find out how much resin I need to buy.
Okay. I mean, I'd be more than happy to help, but I think that earlier in the beginning of this podcast, somebody had asked questions about how to set that thing up, and so therefore you can help me set it up. We'll have that kind of content.
Well, what I'm going to do for you though is you wanted one. I'm not. Yeah. Well, the ones that are in the donations, we'll leave them there. I'm going to bring you one just for you.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I'm so excited because,
mixing,
like, right. What's that?
You said it's for your mixing, right?
Yeah. So like now right now, I'm bringing in drums of distilled water, and I'm excited because Rick and I were talking about the cost analysis of it. So if I don't have to bring in distilled water anymore,
well, we need to understand what your water is at your place though. First,
it is hard, dude. Every time I wash my car on the outside, and if I don't dry it off, the windows are completely covered in spots. It is
probably you're probably gonna have to go reverse osmosis if you want to.
I thought New York and New Jersey water were supposed to be really good.
He gets Atlantic City water.
Yeah. And we could check it out. We could check reverse osmosis.
Yeah, RO's reverse osmosis is probably going to be it's going to be the most cost effective. because you're still going to need the DI setup, but your reverse osmosis is going to do most of your cleaning. And then you can set up a recirculation to where you can go through a second time to get a little bit better efficiency. But you will have
especially
wastewater.
if we're going to be making a glass cleaner. It has to be the water has.
You're going to have some wastewater, but the water is going to come out from the RO that you're going to store or whatever that you would run through your DI system. That DI is going to last forever. It's going to be like 10 ppm probably.
Yes, Ryan Hansen, that is correct. This is the infamous pressure washer king that donated 87 machines to the Pay It Forward campaign. Ryan Hansen is the chairman of the Pay It Forward campaign. Appreciate you joining us for this episode. Let's do something I haven't done in probably 10 episodes or more. Let's give something away. I want to give away a Typhon mini bomb kit. And there is a question that I have that comes to mind, but Israel, why don't you ask a question to the crowd and we'll give away. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
I paid $100 for this bottle.
You are the meanest son of a bitch I've ever met. I swear to God. Anyway, everybody and anybody, make sure you go over to Cars with Keav on his YouTube channel and subscribe if you haven't already. That was the condition.
If I knew I was going to do that, I should have had a card with a barcode on it.
I told everybody. That was the condition. Everybody that got a free bottle of the Typhon mini bombs has to go over to Cars with Keav and subscribe.
Yeah, we checked at the end of MTE, and
Aaron wouldn't take my money unless I did it that way.
It's true.
Aaron wouldn't take the money.
You're an unbelievably generous person, and I just feel, I don't ever want to take advantage of my friends.
My entire life until I was about 40 years old, we were always lived paycheck to paycheck. Never, I mean, my 30s to 40s, we lived okay, but we lived beyond our means. Before that, when I was a kid, I didn't have anything. If you had a really nice jacket or something, you would get that at Christmas. You would get one toy at Christmas. So, now
and then your little brother would get it.
Yeah.
I had all my clothes were hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
All my clothes. So anyway, Israel, ask a question so we can give away a mini bomb kit.
Sure. What's the name of the event that's happening in March?
I don't even know the name of that event.
I'm pretty sure you said it a couple of times.
It's an event that BioBombs will probably not make, even though it's in the same city.
He said he was going to.
Yeah,
He said he was going to.
No, if he doesn't come, we'll show up.
Yeah.
You know where they are, right?
100%. We'll show up at his house.
I know where his house is. We're just going to show up at his house regardless.
We'll just live stream going to his house and dox him.
I want to show up at BioBomb's facility or whatever and just knock on the door and demand, where's the pan sent at?
Yeah, enthusiast.
Israel, is that correct? Is that the right answer?
Yeah.
All right. Enthusiast detailing. Enthusiast, send me an email, Aaron at Phoenix E.O.D. Just remind me.
Rick Smith is right, though. Ship for Hope sounds better.
Yeah. So, yeah, send me an email, enthusiast detailing. Enthusiast.
Hey, Aaron, what kind of bottle is this? Because I can't get the thing.
What?
It just every time.
So that's considered.
It goes off.
That's considered. It's called a modern round, and
it gets worse. It just gets worse.
You're one of the smartest people I know, and you can't operate a cap.
Look, I'm going to show you on camera. Watch.
Hey, man, I made 87 of those without even thinking.
Do I have to
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I see. It requires pressure.
A little push down. They go on a lot smooth. So that they have a foil they have a inside. So they go down really, really easy when the foil isn't attached to the bottle yet. So that might be what it might be getting hung up on the actual foil now that
if I do this, it goes on.
All right.
There you go.
There you go.
Bio bomb. So which one actually makes the combo better?
What do you mean? I
Which
think the
one is the
Typhon.
star?
I think Typhon works amazing by itself. And it's
Superstar,
based.
half a star, or is it superstar, half a star?
I think Typhon is like it's a workhorse by itself. But if you have something that just needs a little extra oomph, that's when you create that chlorine dioxide. Because what's in that little tablet by itself is just
Dehydrated bleach.
no, it's sodium chloride. So it's a very benign chemical. It doesn't do anything by itself. But then as soon as you drop it into water, which is essentially when you have that Typhon, when it's diluted properly, 10 to 1, you drop that into the water, it becomes the chemical reaction changes from sodium chloride to chlorine dioxide, and that's where you get that real.
There used to be something back in the 80s and 90s that came in packages like this, and you ripped it open, put it on your tongue, it would do the same thing, I think.
Yes, it was. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Yeah. Yep. Rev and Shine, good to see you, man.
I need to try this.
I hope you like it. Otherwise you can just throw it in the trash like
No,
everything.
the problem is like I don't go to the interior of my car. I don't clean it. It's
yeah.
I keep it clean. I don't need.
Are you nose blind, as BioBombs would say?
Yeah, well, yeah. After I put some some cherry in there.
So, Keav, you're not the type of person that eats cheeseburgers inside the car. I can't relate.
If I do, I lay the foil wrap in my lap, and I eat over it, and nothing goes in the car. Now, my wife's car, on the other hand, when I vacuum, I'll find fries and all kinds of stuff underneath the seat.
As you should.
Question for you. What is it about fast food French fries that they never mold or get gross? Like if you find a French fry under a car seat, it looks exactly the same as the day you bought it. Why is that?
It tastes the same.
I'm sure it doesn't.
You know what sucks
I don't
too
know
is
I've
like
noticed even like regular fries like not molding or molding.
My wife's car is like a home show.
Fries aren't as good as they used to be because they had to go to the low trans fat.
Yeah, they went from beef tallow to
yeah,
seed oil.
McDonald's used beef tallow.
Yeah,
it was. I believe they spent like $100 million trying to make the same taste with the
mimic it.
Yeah. But if you notice, a lot of stuff, especially Burger King, has this aftertaste after they switch to that oil.
Yeah,
a few other places have
aftertaste. I think Five Guys puts out a pretty decent fry because they use peanut oil.
Yep.
But still, it's not the same as beef tallow.
Five Guys, Super Chicks fries are good.
Super Chicks. What is that? Other than
the guy who founded Five Guys started a restaurant called Super Chicks, and it's basically chicken sandwiches instead of hamburgers.
I'm a big chicken
and
sandwich.
they have closer to like a shoestring style, a little bit closer to say maybe a steak and shake, maybe a little bit bigger than steak and shake fry.
Steak and shake is solid. I think it gets a bad rap, at least locally done.
Dude, I'll go in there and I'll get the 7-layer spaghetti, chili with spaghetti sauce, onions, cheese. Yeah.
What is this? What are we talking about?
Steak and shake.
Okay. Yeah. Fast food French fries typically do not mold because they are extremely low in moisture and high in salt, creating an environment where bacteria and mold cannot survive. The deep frying process dehydrates the potato, while the high surface area allows them to dry out completely before mold can grow, essentially turning them into a preserved, hardened potato stick, like a mummy.
I forgot salt is a really common just preservative.
Yeah. No, the reason another reason Five Guys fries are so good is they double fry them. They cook them at like 240.
Yeah.
And then they take them out of that oil and then they dump them in an oil that's like 350, 375. So that way everything is cooked evenly across and not crispy. And then they put it in the hotter oil after that. But they let it drain so that it goes back into the hot oil, cool down a little bit so it creates a flash fry.
Yummy.
I'm not a Five Guys person, but their Cajun fries are all right.
Contrary to popular belief, it is not due to a high volume of artificial preservatives, but rather the physical rapid desiccation. Is that the right word? Did I pronounce that correctly? Desiccation.
Why can't your girlfriend just say this to you?
She doesn't talk to me that much anymore.
Agreed.
Paid your subscription.
She broke up with me. Even the AI doesn't love me anymore.
He couldn't afford a subscription.
Yeah.
Commercials got to be too much. Yes, I am getting the Active 3.0. I talked to Active.
Flint said something earlier. He wanted in the very beginning. He asked you a question about the Active 3.0.
I don't know. I think he asked the price. I don't know.
Oh, the price.
I haven't been told nothing else other than one will be available to me mid-March. It will be after they've produced them, which means whatever I say doesn't matter because they're just going to wing it.
Yeah, well, you heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. We don't know anything.
We don't know anything. That's my story, and I'm sticking to
last
it.
video, I was like, man, this whole video, I've dogged him for not having a drag on this thing, and I'm like, man, let me know in the comments because I may be dumb, but no, it was 99% put a drag on it. So,
all right, what does that even mean, by the way? For
people, when you have a hose reel,
yeah,
if you put a hose on there and it has no drag, whenever you pull, if you pull too fast, it's going to unravel.
Yeah,
and even just gravity and weight will make it spin. A drag brake puts a tension on it, and just like a fishing reel, you can change the drag and make it to where it's smooth, or you can have it to where it's tight, to where when you pull on it, it doesn't unravel on you.
Gotcha.
I prefer retractable hose reels anyway, so that way it's already built in.
Yeah, that's what Spittler uses with his shop.
Yeah. The only one thing that sucks about them is there aren't too many ones out there that can hold like more than 50 feet. If they are, they're very expensive.
I hate the lock on the active hose reel, but I adjusted it thanks to your video, Keav. You're the best.
Dude, that thing, I was playing with it. Look at this lock. I'm like pulling on it, and all of a sudden it just detached and started spinning. I was like, what the heck is this? And the adjustment for the lock, like from factory, their reel has play. So the pin goes through the hole. The pin goes through the hole like this. And if the play moves over too much, it clicks off of the lock and spins freely. So the lock actually has an adjustment where you can undo two nuts and then move it over. And
see, that Steak and Shake uses beef tallow. That's why they taste better.
There you go. They're not held under those same regulations when it comes to the.
I don't think it was ever a regulation. I believe it was. They were trying to bend meat to
go to it. Because I remember it was a big thing.
Dude, there was a big health push for McDonald's where they were like, there was like a mixed salad, and then there was the McBLT where they had one side of the styrofoam container had all the cold stuff and the other side had all the hot stuff. Like they were trying to do this real big health kick thing, and I think that's what inspired them to go away from the beef tallow.
I remember you could walk into a McDonald's. Well, back when it was like Tuesdays, it was you can get hamburger for 29
cents cheeseburgers.
I remember it was 29 cents. You used to be able to get I'd buy 10 when I was like 18, 19 years old. I'd buy like 10 29-cent hamburgers, and you could walk in and all 10 would be ready. They'd just be sitting there underneath the warmer, all ready to go. It was great.
Yeah, I have fond memories of when the McPigeon used to be $1 and now it's like $3 and something.
Well, they
McDonald's stopped using beef tallow for frying in 1990 due to intense public pressure, lobbying from health advocacy groups, and mounting concerns over high saturated fat content in their food. The shift aimed to improve the nutritional profile of their fries following campaigns against high cholesterol foods.
I mean, beef tallow is used in like half of the like skincare products.
Yeah, I know, but people are stupid and influenced by big pharma. So
yeah, it's like just don't eat there, don't ruin it for everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now it's the exact opposite. Yeah, all of a sudden they realize that seed oil is killing people. Canola oil is actually
seen the
fake.
South Park episode about gluten.
Yeah. I tell you, yeah. Well, I tell you what, John Arthur, since I switched to the carnivore diet, that's pretty much the only besides ghee, which is butter with the dairy the fat removed from it. I use ghee and beef tallow when I'm cooking, and it is delicious.
John Arthur, what is socially acceptable though?
It's true. So in this crowd, pretty much anything goes in this crowd.
Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably going to roast you for it, but it's still acceptable.
This is the Sheila LaBeouf movement. Just do it.
Just do it. They will not divide us. That was awesome.
What is the shop app? They just did $70.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The internet historian.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
What a joke.
I've used the shop app, Chris, but I usually just use it for whatever reward points that I have available. But I usually like end up spending on like cashew chocolate clusters or something.
What?
Chris was asking if I ever use the shop app.
Okay, but then but then all of a sudden you went up to chocolate clusters.
Well, that's where I spend my rewards points, like the shop app.
All right, so what is your favorite candy? If you had to choose one candy that was your absolute favorite, what would it be?
Cashew bear claws.
What's a cashew bear claw?
That's very.
Well, it's like cashews, caramel coated in chocolate.
Oh, so it's a turtle.
No. Turtles is pecans.
That's my favorite. Turtles are my favorite. I like turtles.
You can call it a turtle. I mean, a turtle just means chocolate.
I thought caramel, chocolate, and a type of nut was it would be a pecan turtle or a cashew turtle or an almond turtle.
But like a big famous thing down here is like River Street Candy Company, Savannah. And they call it a bear claw.
Okay. All right. And now you know. Yellow peanut M&Ms. That is oddly specific. I mean,
it's
really,
tell me there's a difference in
right?
taste.
Exactly.
The individual.
Exactly. Product. All right. So enthusiast.
If there is, and it's some kind of, I don't have that genetic trait.
Enthusiast. I need you to come up to the Soar and Restore at March 26th and 27th, and we're going to do a blind taste test of peanut M&Ms.
He's like the green, where like what was it, Aerosmith or whatever, would only want green M&Ms.
Exactly. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yellow peanut M&Ms.
If I didn't already have
green M&Ms, this is true. Green peanut M&Ms are lucky. I've heard that. And as far as M&Ms go, she's pretty hot. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. What about you? Occasional detailer. What's your candy go-to? Or like your favorite candy?
Oh man, I've been eating a lot of candy recently, actually. But if anything, I think I'm.
Close your eyes and open your mouth.
A little bit
and I will
more
give
recently.
you a big surprise. What? I'm sorry. You said I talked over you. I'm sorry.
I want to retract my statement.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the show. Son of a bitch.
No, I was saying Sour Patch Kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why there's an M&M package? Oh, is that why there's an M&M package in your bathroom?
I also like that we're talking about fast food too. Is candy today doesn't taste like it did in the 80s and 90s. They did something to candy too.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they,
like not just candy, like all kinds of things. Like little barrels of flavored water.
Yeah.
Back when in the 80s and 90s, that stuff was like sugar.
Pure sugar. Yeah. It wasn't flavors, it was colors.
Like a 10-calorie healthy drink.
Like it wasn't like the things that were literally called jugs, right?
Yeah, jugs. Yeah, and they weren't flavored; they were just colored. I want a blue jug. I want a red jug.
Yeah, those were sick.
We had like
I used to go to the corner store all
flavor
the time in New York and get them for a quarter.
Concentrated flavor liquid inside of just a wax tube. You just chew on the wax tube.
That's chewing the wax tube. That's right.
Oh, speaking of which, you know what I miss? Like that was candy.
Pixie sticks.
Pixie sticks were awesome, but then also there was this squeezable tube thing that was just like a sour like jelly thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
What?
Fun dip too.
Fun dip was the tits.
Yeah, I like anything that's sour or tarty.
All right, sour You said what was sour? Like what? Sour tube?
Yeah, it was a tube, and it had like a gel thing inside of it, and it was sour.
Be helpful if I knew how to spell.
I would always get the blue one or the green one.
Kids Mania sour ooze tubes.
Zots. Zots are good. The funny thing about Zots, my wife just bought a 3-pound bag of Zots. She bought a small bag, and my son's like, "Oh, that stuff's awesome."
Israel, is it a Kids Mania sour ooze tube?
Yes, I just googled it as well. Yes, those were awesome.
Huh? Apparently, you can still get them, dude.
Where?
The
Dude, I
Penny-
visit corner
I bet
stores in
you
New
get
York
them-
so
I bet
much.
you're at
They used to have so many different types of candies.
like
and
right
you
now, it
can't
says
get them anymore.
Walmart. You can get a whole box at Walmart for $22.50.
If you
No,
look for candies from your
No,
past,
I go to the candy aisle every time I go to Walmart.
Well, you probably have to order it. Most of the
Oh.
stuff that I like, you have to order it and they'll deliver it and all that crap. That's the
if you go to
Walmart is trying to compete with.
if you go to store Five Below, it's full of all kinds of candy from the 80s and 90s.
Walmart Pantry Full is where you have to.
Yeah,
go.
I'm sure it's actually from the 80s and 90s too.
Walmart Pantry Full on in stock online. Delivery is
That
$8.
stuff doesn't go bad. Expiration dates are a suggestion. Come on, salt has an expiration date on it.
Here you go for you kids playing at home. Burp, beep, burp. Yonk, burk. There it is. Sour ooze. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Certainly never tasted it.
Yeah, Keith in the
You're
comments
missing
has got Zots is good. I like Zots.
What is Zots?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a hard candy that has a filling in the middle that when it hits liquid, so it's in your mouth, it hits liquid, it kind of becomes like soda, baking soda and vinegar in your mouth.
Chris M.
It's
Charleston
hard.
Chew
So
and
you're
Milk
saying
Duds
it is a
were
hard
my
candy, and then once
favorite.
it goes into your mouth, it kind of explodes.
Cool thing
It
about
doesn't
Charleston
explode.
Chew
It
is
just oozes out of the candy, but it's soury tasty.
Charleston Chew, you could either bend it and chew it, or you could slap it on the table and it would shatter, and then you could eat the little pieces. I've never been really much of a sweet kind of person.
I don't know. Recently, I've been getting a lot of YouTube suggestions for like candy makers.
Yeah.
I've been watching like make the candy and stretch it on the hook and make the ribbons and stuff. And my wife and I have been buying the candy from them when it comes in stock because it's always sold out.
Didn't Mark Summers, the host of Nickelodeon's Double Dare, didn't Nick Summers do like a whole TV show on how they make certain candies? I'm pretty positive he did.
I didn't have cable growing up. So I didn't have Nickelodeon.
Neither did I. This is recently. My old man was against all of that stuff. I'm pretty positive he did. Mark Summers candy show. Unwrapped, yeah. Hosted by Mark Summers on Food Network, 2001 to 2015, a popular TV show that explores the origins and production of secret, iconic American candies, snacks, and treats. The show features factory tours, behind-the-scenes looks at favorites like Hershey's, Snickers, and Jelly Belly. I am completely filled with useless information.
I'm now hungry. My blood sugar's high for some reason, and I haven't had anything.
I don't eat sweets. It doesn't have an appeal to me.
I'm getting contact buzzes through the podcast for sugar.
I'm sure. Didn't the Nickelodeon guy get me too'd? I don't remember. I never heard anything about
the main guy who I don't know if he produces all those shows or whatever, but like, you know, he's a fan of
kids.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't think that was Nickelodeon. I thought that was like the producer behind.
There's a lot of them in Hollywood.
Yeah, oh yeah, an awful lot of them in Hollywood.
But yeah, the Nickelodeon guy in particular.
Freshen up gum with the gel inside. Absolutely, that was great. There was another one called Gushers, wasn't it? Like there was another gel filled candy called Gushers. You bite into it and it.
Oh yeah, those were cool.
Yeah,
I used to have those a little bit.
They still have them at the store. You can still get them.
Yeah, Gushers were cool. Fruit roll-ups were cool.
I know. No, growing up near where I live was the factory where they make Wrigley's.
Oh yeah.
It would smell like that in the air, and then when it was acquired by Mars, you could smell the Milky Ways and stuff down the road, and like right across the
Fruit
road is
striped scum. The crazy thing
Atlanta
about
Falcons
fruit striped
Street.
scum is it would taste great for about 3 minutes, and then it became a brick in your mouth.
Oh.
But yeah. I'm trying to think when I was my candy heydays. Yeah, Charles, Baby Ruth was one of my favorites. I love Baby Ruths. Baby Ruth? Yeah, Baby Ruths. Seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Big League Chew, that was awesome. The big pouch in the shredded, like all the things that were great that tried to mimic adult tobacco products. So Big League Chew and candy cigarettes that you could blow.
Candy cigarettes, yeah.
The cigarettes that had the wrapper and it had powder in it.
If you blew into it, it'd shoot the powder out, and then you could bite it, and it would become chewing gum.
Bubble gum. Yeah.
That
what was that gum that in the wrapper you'd have like a little comic strip in it?
Bazooka,
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
That wasn't gum, Aaron.
I know. I saw it. What are you gonna do? You don't need no teeth to enjoy our beef. Anybody ever smoked Smarties? I know I have not. I don't even know what that means. What is that?
Snorting Smarties.
You snort pixie dust?
Yeah, pixie sticks. You snort pixie sticks all the time. But I don't know what smoking smart. Enthusiast, you're gonna have to expand on that, or I'll look it up online, I guess.
We have gone off the rails.
Who cares?
Yeah, I
didn't have an agenda for tonight anyway.
In terms of topics that we probably normally talk about, but I wouldn't say this is off the rails.
The dimple
I think
in them
very tame in terms of what expectations were.
All right, it says the dimple in the Smarties makes a good reservoir for liquid substances, which then permeate the candy. It wasn't the Smarties they were smoking. Read more. Okay.
Smarties to smoke crack.
It used to be a joke. There's no way. There wouldn't ever be an actual way to get high. I think this is ridiculous to think anyone was serious on smoking Smarties, apart from the fact that they get crushed up. Kids like to pretend as if they were smoking, hence the crushed part became the candy dust. All right, you need to separate the red ones, then carefully remove the shell. Using 91% isopropyl alcohol, wash the red shells. Take the liquid, it should be red as F, and boil that into a thick paste. Then smear that onto a piece of paper and smoke it. You'll get wrecked.
So it's like bath salts?
What in the universe? People are bananas, man. Like,
you'll get wrecked.
You'll get wrecked. That's what it says.
I don't know. Do you want to be high or do you want to be wrecked?
Good grief.
I mean, think about it. There's people walking down the streets like zombies. So, I mean,
more to the point, think about how much effort went into coming up with that concoction. Like, what are you doing, man? You should be applying to NASA, not smoking red Smarties.
Yeah, this podcast is getting flagged for sure.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey, I'm just reading. It's not my fault. And if it's anything like the podcast that you and Josh did with me, God, we didn't get flagged for that. You're making me say all kinds of stupid things.
Anytime you have salt and pepper hair in a video, it's automatic. You either get out of jail free card. Get whatever.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. We got a lot of problems with Josh's hair's gotten us out of a lot of problems.
I'm sure it's not just his hair. I'm sure Point Break has a lot to do with it. That would be a waste of time. Back off, War Child. I'm serious. Point Break. All right. Anyway, let's wrap this up. It's been fun. Appreciate you guys coming out. I can't wait.
Middle school, people would crush the Smarties and smoke them. Was there anybody that went far enough to just like crush them and then liquefy them and then use a needle, like Chris Rock?
You might as well. I mean, goodness,
Chris Rock, New Jack City.
you get wrecked. Oh, bananas. Spotted dick. Get out of here. Rick, we're not doing that again. Waiting for the feds to pop up on the live stream and grab Aaron. You know what? I mean, to be fair, I haven't done anything that's not public domain information. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Aaron's getting swatted.
And I'm on a list for other reasons. We have a lot of weapons in this environment. The Burkett family.
Uh-oh.
Can you
I'm
see it?
scared.
Can you see it?
I'm scared.
I don't want to show it. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not showing
I'm scared.
it. But anyway. This house is defended by Smith & Wesson. Anyway. All right.
I figured it was going to be like some Lord of the Rings sword or something.
No, that's I actually have Narsil over there. So
speaking of, have you watched the new Seven Kingdoms?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I read the book years ago, and it is so spot on accurate. I mean, like I fanboy.
Oh, it's spot on accurate to George R.R. Martin, like South Park saying, "Wiener, wiener, wiener, wiener." What's the first thing that shows up?
Wiener, wiener.
My wife's watching it, in the first episode, like within the first 3 minutes, the guy's just shitting everywhere, and they're showing it. I'm like, what the?
Yeah. Did you see the old man come out with the dog?
No,
that goes to his knees?
Things like this.
He goes down to his knees. I'm like, what is happening?
My wife goes, "Is that normal?" I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, great. Aaron's adding a weapon charge to his Smarties dealing charges. Yeah, I'm dealing in Smarties. Come on, get your fix.
Yeah, but
I got
like,
Smarties.
I never read the book, so after the episode or two, I spoiled it for myself. I'm like, I got a feeling this little kid's gonna be something. So then I started watching some YouTube videos. I'm like, oh dang, I just ruined the whole thing for myself.
Yep, you sure did.
But then I didn't realize, if you watched Game of Thrones, they referred to Duncan in Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, as a matter, his uncle is on Blackwatch. So, the Mad King's brother. Anyway, Unwrapped is on Pluto now. There you go. So go over there and watch Mark Summers do his Unwrapped thing. All right. I want to again express my gratitude to both of you guys. You've been an absolute intricate part in this year's Pay It Forward. I'm looking forward to you guys coming up March 26th and 27th.
So it's 26th and 27th, right? So
it's Thursday and Friday. And then what's that?
Can I hang out with you on the 25th?
Yeah, for sure. You can do it.
You're
always welcome. What's that?
I'll help you work.
You're always welcome.
You're gonna say like, Keav made this one.
And you're not going to that thing that you were going to go to on the 28th. So I mean, dude, you can hang out as long as you want.
I just need to know when to book my hotel.
27th is going to be the big date, you said? Like the
27th is going to be what I'm going to. Hopefully the 26th we will power through most of the sorting of who's getting what, and then I will arrange for either UPS pickup or freight pickup for the 27th. That way Keav can get content of the stuff actually going out the door. And then when we're done with that, I'd like for us to just all F off and make burgers, and we'll have folding tables and chairs and beer and whatever you guys want to drink. And I'll make sure there's plenty of Smarties. Plenty of Smarties for everyone.
Red Smarties.
Red Smarties. I make sure that we sort out the red Smarties. Yeah, but again, the more the merrier. I've noticed that when more people hang out, it's a better experience for everybody. There's lots of stuff to talk about and hang out. I need
to know where to stay. Like, where should I stay?
Yeah, well, I was talking to Rick Smith about this. There's a lot of
is the best.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We originally were going to have everybody come here to the house to do the barbecue because I got smokers and grills and the Blackstone. But again, after talking with Rick, I think we're just going to centralize everything to West Berlin. And there's West Berlin is kind of sits around all of like the affluent areas. So you have Marlton, Voorhees, Cherry Hill, those have really great all along 73. Route 73 is where like you'll find all the hotel chains are there, from Marriott's to Holiday Inns to everything like that. So I would. What's that? Yeah, so I would aim for West Berlin, New Jersey, and kind of go around from there, dependent upon rating status. But the warehouse,
just gonna go do downtown Philly and then just get a rental and then just drive whatever the 20 minutes or 30 minutes it is to get to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to also,
or I can come pick you up. That's also, I got no problem doing that either, Israel. If you let me know when your flight lands. I mean, Philadelphia International is only, it's 20 minutes from my house and 40 minutes from the warehouse.
I'm driving, so
you're a man. I don't know how
dude,
you
it's a good.
If I can get there in less than 12 hours or less, I'm driving regardless.
Yeah.
Do you not like planes, or what's the why is your preference?
I hate airports. I hate people at airports. I hate people on airplanes.
Thank you, and thank you.
I hate people in general.
Yeah,
100%. I feel the same way. Like I had no problem driving down to Orlando and driving back from Orlando. Like
for me, where I'm at, it's an hour to the airport, and the airport's on the way. So then it's a 5-hour drive to Orlando. It's literally how long it would have taken you to be an hour and a half early, plane ride, this and that, and then I would have my own car available. And
exactly. It's the whole reason why I drive home to my parents' house. You have to wait 2 hours to get on the plane. There's an hour flight, and then there's an hour drive to my parents' house from the airport. So I'm not doing that.
And I can decide when I'm driving and when I'm leaving. I'm not stuck to a schedule of a flight. Correct. So if I want to stay an extra day, I stay an extra day. If not, then I'll leave that morning. And if something happens, I'll leave that afternoon.
Agreed. And quite frankly, I think the Patriot Act can kiss my ass, and I'm a big supporter of the Fourth Amendment and to the airports.
A funny story about flying is a month after 9/11, we flew to Massachusetts from.
Dude, then why aren't you coming down and hanging out?
And I literally got the full-on treatment when I went through. I was wearing a pair of boots that had metal loops on them. This is before the shoe bomber thing. So this is before they took your shoes. You had to take your shoes off. Yeah. So I go through, and man, I had two guys with, they probably had M4s. They're just standing right next to me. There's other guys patting me down. They had to go through a second pat down check. And I'm like, what the frick is going on here?
Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Sorry, but
I just hate airports in general.
Agreed.
I don't mind flying at all. I just don't like the other 200 people on the plane with me.
Yeah.
And the ones that want to like walk through first class and then put their bag on my seat. Cause I pick the row behind first class because I want to be in that zone to where I'm guaranteed that my my bag is going to make it into an overhead bin and not get checked. But no, this jerk off on row 30 puts his right above my seat. Then I have to go down 10 rows and put my damn bag and then come back. Well, there's a area above each set of 3 seats that is your 3 bags fit inside that bin. I don't understand how hard it is. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm with you. The not this past SEMA, but the SEMA before, so I guess it would have been 24. SEMA's 24. I literally had to sit with my legs in the aisle because the behemoth of a woman beside me just spilled into both seats. And so like I had to turn sideways just so that I could sit without like being engulfed by her. And then of course the carts come through and I gotta
Aaron's taking up enough of his room too.
And then yeah.
That's I'm like I put my son in the middle seat and I got the window and he's like, so you put me here? I said, yeah, I paid for this flight. You're gonna sit there and I'm gonna sit next to the window.
No, I need the aisle for my stupid leg. So
yeah.
No, I don't care how I'll nudge elbows and just be like
smothered and covered Aaron. Yeah, exactly. I felt like I was a Waffle House. And I was the hash browns at Waffle House, smothered and covered. Just I'm like, come on, man. All right. Anyway,
you don't think flying out of Vegas? They made me take my shoes off at Vegas. See, Atlanta, you don't have to take your laptop out of the bag. Some airports.
That's
are
you know what? That's the
left
other thing that
about.
really pisses me off is that there's zero consistency between airports. Like, like, oh, sir, you got to take off your sweatshirt. And then you get to wherever you're going and you're coming back on the return flight and you're like, sir, you don't have to take your sweatshirt off. I'm like,
And you have one TSA person will be like, no, you must stand here until your luggage thing hits the belt and starts moving. And then I was like,
there's
dude, wait, just go.
zero consistency. So there means there's zero standards. It's just basically whatever goon has a stick up his ass that day, and you have to just take it. And that's, oh man, that makes me.
Well, the laptop thing is the new X-ray machines. Like Atlanta only had like half of them, and then they moved us over to one side. I'm like, damn it, now I gotta take my laptop out of my bag. I have to do all this stupid stuff.
Yeah. Not a fan. I'm sorry, but I as a libertarian, I just go completely bananas at an airport.
I think you can go bananas in an airport no matter
where are you going, Jayhawker. You got nothing to do besides drive for 19 hours tomorrow. So just we're going to be wrapping this up shortly. It's 2 hours into this. It was supposed to be a light episode. Just relax, Rick Smith. Exactly. We're going as soon as you guys start buying product for me, I'll be able to buy a private jet. Until then,
yeah, Aaron's going to send that private jet to me so he can pick me up.
100%. All right. So March 26th and 27th, all are invited. Especially Flint, since you live only an hour away, dude. You better be here. That's ridiculous.
I think Israel says Steve Pearson's coming.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We definitely have to make sure that he's in Allentown. If he doesn't come down from Allentown, then we're gonna have to go up to him because
we'll go up to him.
Allentown's got some pretty banging hot dogs.
Detailing his driveway, we'll just show up.
All right.
Yeah,
Allentown's got some hot dogs that
gonna roll up.
You all know how I love a good wiener. They got great wieners in Allentown. Anyway, all right. People helping people. Check. Real fast. Keav, what was your best MTE moment?
Just hanging out.
What was your worst MTE moment?
That jerk
that
off.
douchebag coming behind you.
All right. And for you, Israel, best MTE moment?
Are
you driving Heidi up, by the way, Keav?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Best MTE moment was probably figuring out that color lock is coming back, because I just love the color lock product and I thought it was gone because it pretty much been out of stock for like a year, and then they're just like,
he was telling me the whole time I'm recording, he was like, I'm gonna go to Coach Kimmy, I'm gonna find
that's the entire thing. I just wanted to go there. I just need to confront these people because they won't answer. But
speaking of Heidi, she's in the garage right now. Like, I hadn't driven her since middle of December. She won't start.
Oh, and I guess the
battery
worst was going to MTE.
What was that?
I guess the worst part was actually going to MTE.
Was his trip up?
Yeah, that was you had a rough time, dude. two lug nut McGee.
Yeah. I guess for context for everybody else, like I drove up and halfway through, I woke up late, and so first thing I do is I text Keav. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be late because I overslept because I didn't sleep at all. So then I just ended up oversleeping by a couple hours, and then so I'm already pissed. And then I start to drive from Miami to Orlando, and halfway there, car starts sort of like vibrating erratically. And I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just going to push through. And if I don't make it, then it is what it is. Then I'll be even more pissed. But I'm just going to hope I get there. And if I get there, I'm just going to enjoy my time there and then figure it out, later. But once I got there, I noticed that like two bolts had come off two lug nuts had come off the wheel, and then the others were like finger loose on my front left, and then
Well, like I said, like I told you, it could have been like what happened to my car, Heidi, going 80 miles an hour on the highway, and all the lugs snapped off and the wheel came off.
And Heidi's still okay? Like she was.
Yeah, the car
was a while ago.
the ground that the tire stayed inside the wheel well. It couldn't leave. So I pulled over the side road. I was going to New Jersey. I was going to a car show in New Jersey, and with a bunch of guys out of Charlotte, and just broke down. The good thing is I had connections. So I knew a European shop that owned a store in Charlotte. And I called them up, and they got a tow truck out there and got the car over. My wife drove up from Atlanta in her car, and then I took her car to Jersey for the car show.
Wow. Got a good woman there, bud.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you would do again? That like what's a must do when you go to Orlando/MTE? Sicky's Garage. I agree.
Sicky's Garage.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
What's one thing you wouldn't do again? Pass. That's a hard pass for me.
Room service pizza.
I agree. Mr. Israel?
What I wouldn't do again.
What would you do again, and what wouldn't you do again?
For sure, try to have dinner with as many folks as possible, right? So like Sicky's Garage, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be there, but that, and then probably what I would avoid doing is I don't know, just staying for the social events afterwards where you have the shitty Coors Light.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sicky's Garage almost didn't happen because Aaron was
Yeah.
up herding cats at the
Oh
Biolog's house.
man, it was
I
bananas.
sat in that parking lot for like an hour and a half watching YouTube videos.
You have no idea. Anyway. All right. So let's just wrap this up. It's been an hour and 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're gonna do the closer on the corner. We see you, we hear you, we love you. Thank you for the Phoenix family for coming out. You guys have always been super supportive. This is going to be a fantastic year for Curmudgeon's Corner. We got some really all-star lineups coming up. Next Curmudgeon's Corner, we have Clean Car Chris. Got to meet him down at MTE. Absolutely fantastic person. Every single person that I've talked to about Clean Car Chris is that he exemplifies and personifies what it means to be positive. He is a real positive influence in the detailing world, and he promotes other detailers. And I think that he kind of embodies a lot about what we do here as far as Phoenix is concerned. My mentor, Brian Spittler, where his belief was always there's enough for all of us. And I can't wait to get into it with Clean Car Chris. And then following him is Keith Sheebley. Keith Sheebley was the kind of cop who ran towards danger until the danger followed him home. He was a Virginia Port Authority police officer, and he has spent years on the front line exposure leading to a crippling PTSD, driving Keith into a spiral painkiller, alcohol, and self-destruction, all while wearing the badge. His life and career are on the brink. Instead of losing everything, Keith made a life-altering decision, and he asked for help. So he, again, personifies exactly what we're trying to do here on Curmudgeon's Corner. And then Curmudgeon's 75, we have Jared Kratz. He is a trauma nurse. He's also a unbelievably accomplished chef. So we're going to be picking his brain about that. And then right after that comes the Pay It Forward Shipping Hope event. So it's going to be an exciting first half of the year, and I'm looking forward to spending it with you guys. We got some great guests coming up. I hope you all can tune in. That being said, let us roll through it. If you'd like to be a guest on Curmudgeon's Corner, contact the show at thecorner@phoenixeod.com. Suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' first three-digit mental health crisis hotline, 988, will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. You can also text HOME to 741-741 in the U.S. and Canada to reach a crisis text hotline. And you can also go to the apa.org/topics/crisis-hotlines, and that will connect you with a crisis counselor of whatever it is that you are facing, be it physical, emotional, spiritual, gambling, substance, whatever it is, whatever demon you might be facing and fighting, there's help. I know that it's extremely hard to reach out when you're in the darkness. If you have not heard from a loved one or a friend in some time, I encourage you to reach out to them because, again, the darkness sometimes prevents people from reaching out. I have an incredible network of friends and family that support me and care for me and love me and would do anything for me. But when you're in the darkness, it's almost impossible to reach out to them. So if you haven't heard from a friend or a loved one in some time, or if they're behaving differently than you come to expect from them, just inquire, ask how they're doing, and tell them that they're not alone. I think that's about it. You matter. Remember that. You are enough and you matter. So until next time on Curmudgeon's Corner, thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us on the corner. And we'll see you next time. Love you guys.
Does it stop? All this pressure, all this panic, stop. Stuck inside these feelings that keep haunting me. I wish that I could find a drop of peace.